And in we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 9? Yes! Why did my brain just die? I don't know. But anyway, we're continuing coverage of the group stage, casting the last game. A-Game's already having fun here. Yeah, this is the last game of the group stage that we have to cast, and then we can move on to bracket today, which will be fun. It's going to be between myself, moi, playing Coalition here, actually, against NoFun playing ConF. I had the pick first, and NoFun picked second. And then I had the map pick, and I know Kalash Teeth is good for ConF. I actually wanted to pick this one anyway, and I'm not exactly sure, what I was thinking, because I know that Kalash Teeth really is just like a very strong map for ConF, but I am going to go AAV Rush because it's Kalash Teeth, right? I mean, that's also a strong strat for Coalition here. Maybe I, because I mean, this was my map pick, so, you know, maybe I had something planned here. Did I do my finals, by the way? Yes, that was, last week was finals week, so they're all done. It's liberating. Although school starts, well, actually not until like January 11th for me, so I've got a lot of time off. Feels good, man. Let's check out the builds, though. You know it's AV Rush for me. And you know how AV Rush works. It's not exactly interested in getting huge damage, more just a delay. Don't let my opponent get on 2 base, I'll get it first. But NoFun, meanwhile, has got Sandskimmer Fab done, and he's building the office PC here, but he hasn't moved out across the field just yet, but he keeps that base runner, so maybe thinking of some Blaster and shenanigans. I'm going to launch a probe out here to see what I can see. AV Tech is on the way for me now. This is not the fastest timing ever, but it's probably okay. I think I'm doing somewhat fine. The reason it's not the fastest, though, of course, is because the Space Predator is retained, right? And my idea actually was to go AV Rush with a turret as well. And looking back on it, that seems a little silly, because, like, it's just not a build people do very often for the reason that, like, AVs are slowed down if you have to, like, keep the base runner, you don't have that money. And also, you know, the turret can be sieged down by the ConF missiles, so... But, you know, I felt like this would work, so that's my plan. AV Fab, about 5 seconds out now. Now, he has seen LAVs out there, and he did not see any support cruiser. He may not know, though, because it might be production upgrade into LAV spam, but he didn't see any long-distance miners, so NoFun may well know what the game plan is here. Oh, I didn't put his carry on a control group yet. There we go. And the first AAV on the queue for me. I don't really want to trade with these skins just yet, but looks like this one goes somewhat okay for me. But it is a little bit of a bad time to do that, though, because AVs just came out, and these guys won't just win on their own unsupported, so I actually want the LAVs up there, so a little bit awkward that I've, you know, traded some damage on my LAVs for nothing there. In fact, I'm moving out on the side here as well, which seems a little bit questionable. It's the double base runner build once again for NoFun. This is what we saw him do in the last game. Uh-oh. Blast drones can't really get hit by AVs. It's kind of a weird bug in this current version of the patch. But this AV actually gonna live. Look at that. Oh, pog. But again, see that? The LAVs went to the other side. That's not where they should have been. They should have been over here. So, kind of a bit of bad micro for me, but my opponent doesn't have any tech, and the first BD has already gone down. So in a way, this is kind of okay for me. Kind of turns from AV rush to AV defense, but NoFun is getting rail fab set up. So we do need to recognize, you know, we may have some trouble with railguns later on in the game. I don't know that yet, of course, but, oh, here comes the second BDs. It's gonna be another engage on the AVs. This time, no smoke available on that guy. Yeah, and I'm not even gonna try to pop a smoke here, so I guess I just kind of assumed that he was gonna die. Armor 2 would be pretty powerful, I think, because it reduces the damage on the BD by 20. It's, you know, 20 packets. Well, maybe it's less than patch, actually. I know it was 20 packets in vanilla. Base runner comes out here to just set, like, a proxy turret. That's obviously to stop the second base from being set up. But this is a lot of extraction pressure from NoFun here, so I'm just stacking up AVs, and I want to get hit by BD again. You know, at some point you just have to say, like, too many times, you know? This is definitely not the best play for me that you've ever seen. And I'm checking out to see if he's, like, on his second base here at the base runner, so I'm actually not really fighting him mid at all. But now that the blast drones are gone, these AVs can push a little bit better, and I have that turret set up, so Skims can't just run me down here either. I've got sort of a defensive spot to back up to. 10 in vanilla, 15 in mod. Okay, so I was actually wrong on the numbers there. But yeah, for every point of armor, you reduce the BD's damage by 15. Not to mention it has fall off, right? So Very, very important that you get those armor upgrades when you're getting killed by BDs like this. Like, especially if you find that it's gonna come down to, can he get like a BD hit on my strike craft? I mean, best solution is to not get hit, right? But you could also tech the armor, and it'll make the hit a lot less impactful when he does get you, if he does, so. Sport Cruiser up for me. Looks like I am starting to go back onto Eco. It's clearly delayed because my fleet capacity is in a bit of an awkward spot here. I had to drop this logistics module. I'm like off by 2, right? So I actually, like, it might be worth it in those kind of scenarios to just feed an LAV in, but I don't know. Missiles do be flying. As NoFun tries to just find a little bit of damage on the field if he can, but he does have ref mode done now. He's got rails as well, so he can weed out this turret with the kind of carrier missiles. Doesn't really buy me all that much time in the end. Looks to me like the build was not terribly successful for me, and the AVs really haven't gotten much done either. They've stopped the rush though, so at least there's that. If this was a straight up rail rush where he gets the rail tech like fast, right, I might actually have some serious problems because I go AV first, so. Oh wow, this guy clinging on to life. He's out of vision, right? Yeah, he's alive. That's nice. That's wholesome. But yeah, you know, oh, this AV is just toast. This is one of these things that I criticize people for doing all the time, and then I do it myself. It's bad. Because obviously, right, like, AVs can counter skims, but they'll die in, they'll die in this kind of scenario where it's this many numbers. Just, wow, he's still alive. I have armor too, I guess. Kind of carriers here now. Wants to kill off that turret with his missile system. Although maybe he doesn't know where it is. He should really be shooting it already. You'll kill in about like 2 hits. It doesn't take much. Okay, there we go. So down goes the turret. Not going to be a big problem for NoFun. And he goes in for a little bit of a flank here as well with skimmers here. Am I building anything to defend against this? A couple of LAVs, but this might be big actually. I obviously don't have that base burner at home, so there's no opportunity for like a defensive turret. But I do have some power from artifacts here, although apparently I don't have range powered up. Still though, this could be good for NoFun. Oh shoot. I forgot about this. Nice, dude. He still kills the salvager there, but I think maybe I'll keep all the other ones alive. No, this guy will probably go down. Yeah. So he gets 2 salvagers there. Or maybe 3. I think there were only 2 up on the base though. Or 3 up on the base though. Well, maybe there were 4. Pretty good depth packs though, if I do say so myself. Which, you know, clearly I do. But the idea, right, that we're, like, the war that we're fighting is who can get to 2 base faster, and he was on 2 base, he cleared out that turret. I was there first, but he just killed a bunch of salves. So you can see, like, we're both trying to hit that second base location and stop our opponent from just expanding there. But there is a bit of a vacuum here where he's lost some units, so I can try and get some control over the field here with a bit of a counterattack. But I need to be really, really aware of the fact that Konev has a very, very strong late game. He didn't tech assault chip, so he's a little far away from... In fact, he's already got missile battery fact too, which is interesting. So he's a little far away from Konev's siege, but obviously if it does come out, it's going to be tough for me. That's a very big kind of win condition for Konev on this map, I would say. Base runner just smoking to buy a bit of time there. He's trying to bring all of his forces over. He's got 3 BDs here, so clearly there is, you know, opportunities for LAVs to get chunked here. I do need to be careful. Building another base runner, am I? With assault pack coming out as well. I clearly gave it like a focus fire command on those BDs a little bit early there, but they're streaming in now. I still don't think he'll hit me. I don't have boost though. Yeah, he turns around. Doesn't think he can make it either. 2 of the BDs go down. Really good tip for fighting this actually is to go into sensors. I know that sounds silly. If you zoom out too far, they're all dots, but if you're in close, it's an X, and you can definitely recognize, oh, that's a BD. Makes it a bit easier to know that you gotta target this guy. Smoke is already available again on this base burner, so he may well just get this guy out, but I do use the boost. Oh shoot, he knows if he moves out of the smoke, he'll die, so he's just like holding ground there, but that does mean I am gonna kill this base burner, so that's pretty nice for me. Base burner of my own, taking a bit of harassment from the railguns there, but this base burner here may well just die, in fact. He drops a turret, though. But actually, that's a pretty bad turret. That's the kind of turret I'd make fun of someone for dropping if it wasn't me. But obviously, this is the right move. Oh, you know what, though? This base burner might just live. Yeah, it looks like it will. That's pretty big for me, actually. Because right now, this is kind of a moment that I've got field control, but all of these artifacts are on cooldown, so if I lose this guy, I'm not going to be able to extract another one. So actually, it is kind of big that I get this guy out. And it's going to be Assault Cruiser Fab teching next for me. I have some AVs sitting on his third base, so I don't feel too much pressure to get up onto 3. Again, Con of Siege just kind of looming over the horizon, I feel, but Assault Cruisers are very powerful too, so if I can get this before I go 3 base, I feel pretty good about it. I'll probably start building salvagers now, though, but we'll just have to see. No, I'm actually committing really hard to LAVs here. Con of Carrier, though, interested in stopping these extracts. And remember, from his position, he can see always where that artifact is by the little hexagon on the map, so these missiles are not going to miss. Unless I dodge. Oh, check that out. Smoke deployed here just to try and keep it alive from the skims. But as a result, like, even if I can deny line of sight to him, I can't extract while his carrier is here. So this is actually pretty big, but he doesn't know I'm behind him. I guess he sees it now, but I'm going to try and bring these guys in and make, you know, a bit of a play there as a result of his carrier moving out to try to block the extract. But he brings the skims to try and deal with the assault ships, so I'm going to think about cutting in here and making an attack on the main. Because right now, there's a big vulnerability where I can just get right in there. And this is how you want to play when you have field control. If you can bring your opponent to, like, move to some side of the map, like he has to go there, you go to the other place, right? And hit him where he's not there. This is exactly what I'm doing here, right? That's kind of how you want to play this. I don't even have any RU cells. Oh my gosh. I'm really kind of running on a bit of a skeleton eco here, but if I can gut his, it's going to be okay. Although, come to think of it, if you remove the guts from something, it is just a skeleton in a way, so I guess that really would be the definition of a skeleton eco. Oh, there's a blast drone. Ooh, blast drone gets denied though. that's really nerve-wracking though, when you see a BD like that close to. AVs did manage to get in as well, so they're going to start hitting on the second base. And right now I'm just fighting with the skims here, actually. Smoke is deployed to try and keep the eco alive. I really like that move. But I think that I can take the fight with his sand skimmers. I have the upgrade lead, I think. So down go the skims, and if that's true, I probably will do a lot of damage to this economy. Assault cruisers are building too, while I have no RU cells on the second. That's crazy. But that's a testament to how many LAVs I've built, right? Because I don't have, like, hardly any RU expenditure, so I'm able to get away with this. Probably eventually I'll realize, though, I'm only on 6-2, fill out those RU salvagers, but this guy came back and set up a turret. That's kind of weird. This is a good moment to extract, though. I should probably try for that, because the Con of Carrier had to come back to deal. And this artifact is, or base burner is going to attempt to extract an artifact. Wow, I'm still just on 6 CU guys, 2 RU guys. That's crazy. I mean, it works for me in a way, but look at the units lost tab and tell me that NoFun's army reflects that. I feel like I'm starting to feel the effects of having a little bit too little eco here, although I do have ACs out, but I should be, like, more ahead if I was, like, mining a bit more fluently here, I think. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm building salves to the third base, so maybe I don't realize that there's RU miners missing here. Yikers. AC is out, though, heading across the field. I should really use overcharge to get him there just a tad faster, but that's a-okay. Production upgrade coming out as well. As for NoFun, though, Assault Ship Fab not even started here, so definitely Con of Siege is not on his game plan. I think at this point it's pretty fair to say that. But in a way, if I've made the game state move here, this is a big win for me, because Con of Siege is, like, almost always the right unit on this map. It's just really hard to build anything else as Con of, really. And again, I occupy his third base, so I know I'm not falling behind on eco here. I do fill out my salvage line, that's good. That's good to see. More BDs are out, though, on these base runners. Again, I said, blast drones are a unit really slept on. You should build more of these, so I'm really happy to see NoFun making this many. Oh, he sees the AC and just instantly gives up. That's kind of funny. I actually fired a attack missile barrage there. That's interesting. I guess because I was thinking if he tries to pull out, I'll just chunk him like this, but yeah, I guess he sees, like, look, he's gonna extract here, he's got ACs out, there's one on my main, there's, yeah, I actually am a lot further behind than I thought, and he chooses to surrender here. So, game 1 going to me. Feels nice. And we'll jump into game 2. Yeah, I saw that. There was a ping on Discord. I was like, what is this? It was one of their everyone's. Who's the guy who put a thumbs... It's Joshua! No way! Oh, Joshua is so funny. I didn't realize he was on that server. I was like, why is there a thumbs down on their post? I was like, oh. The Oblivinator strikes again. Anyhow, on we go to game 2. And this one gonna be on Firebase Krill. This is NoFun's pick. He takes Conef, and I was thinking about it for a bit, but I chose to match it with Galzian this time. Get a little bit of GVG action going here. Sandskimmer Fab started for both of us, but he has it faster. No base runner retire either. And I think I put 2 on RUs at the start here, so this is kind of how I go for Rail Rush usually. So that's probably my my game plan here. But against Galzian and Conef, you do have to be aware that like you might run into Sandskimmers in the midfield if you're not careful. So and indeed, you know, he is moving out here. So if I see his stuff, I need to like react to it properly and not get caught out. He will have the skimmer lead on me here. Oh shoot, I didn't put a control group on his carrier. I always do that so I can like flip between them. Blast Run also being produced by NoFun, but that tells you that his tech will be a little bit late here. Let's check the resources tab. He does only have 40 RUs as well because no base runner retired, so he's definitely going to be looking at... He's going to be looking at tech at a much later time than I am. I've got 230 RUs already, so I'm feeling pretty good that way. And I probably actually will go for rail tech like any moment now. No, looks like I'm going to go for more skims first. It's questionable though again, because like I said, against Conef, I mean, if you run into skims in the midfield and you don't have like the army advantage, like you might lose the game straight up if you take a bad trade. So I have to be careful there. And he will have mobility support on, of course. 8% speed on the Sandskimmers actually means quite a lot because, you know, they have a lot of speed natively. In fact, this is how fast they used to be with raiding, and that's just on power 1, so... What's 25% of 160, I wonder? Because 60 is 15 times 4 plus 25, so that's, oh gosh, 40. So 180 speed Sandskimmers if you get the mobility system powered to full. That's kind of insane, actually. You know, I should really play Conef a bit more. I mean, they've got a lot of fun tools that they can kind of play around with. As you can see, I'm stacking up a lot of RUs here. I'm actually building another LDM RU miner? What the heck? I've never seen its likeness. This is a little bit odd for me. Because, I mean, I don't really experience the effect of this eco advantage, quote-unquote, ever, right? So it seems like a bit of a waste of money. Where I could be using that money to get another PC instead. Blast Drone denied here, but it is at the cost of 1 Sandskim for me. He went for this double base runner stuff once again, so his tech will be late, but he wants to get extraction pressure here. However, this is a bad fight for him. I'm up on high ground here. Oh, I don't want to push in now, though. I must have been insensitive, just didn't see that guy's health bar. We trade 2 for 2, I suppose. Check the units lost tab here. 3 skims, 2 skims, and a BD for him, but I am going to deny this base runner now. There it goes. He will get 1 extract out, though, so he's probably a bit happy with this, to be honest, but he needs to be careful about this trade here, because I still have high ground as I run down off that ledge. Oh, he's pushing into me. He really doesn't want to do this. Maybe he's getting... Yeah, he is getting upgrades for these units, but that's probably a mistake, though, because I think he needs tech at this point. BD here, actually, maybe he would have been unseen there, but he doesn't think he can go in. I'm usually pretty quick on catching the BDs, but that one I might have let through. That would have changed everything. There's an assault rail for me. And he does have rating, but still no tech from him. Rating means he can chase me down if he's got the numbers advantage, but I do have armor 1, and I've just got more of them too, so I feel like this is totally fine for me, and I'm going to go to ref mode, try and get back up onto 2 base. Honestly, that feels a little weak to me. I feel like I have a much stronger counter push. I should just go and, like, try and end the game right now, but it is Conef. I mean, rail rushing Conef is always a little risky, so... Base runner here, going to be denied, doesn't pop the smoke. Could have done that just to buy a little bit of time, but NoFun with his second PC faster than me, as you can see, up on the production tab there, which for once is actually working. The production tab in DOK always is a little bit sketchy. But I've only seen skims, so I am curious to see if there's maybe like some kind of a tech for him, but I don't really want to push out there and take damage if I don't need to. Ref mode not started for him yet. I'm only like 10 seconds away. His second PC is queued up for me now. It's only about like 20 seconds off, I would say. So this is feeling pretty good for me. I mean, it's going to be sort of a passive eco boost. There's ref mode done. This RU guy will figure it out eventually. Yep, there he goes. and I'll move on to my late game, or mid-game game plan here. Probably involves honor guards, but the longer that I can stay here and hold my opponent off 2 base, the better my mid-game looks. He did get that 1 artifact, but that's about all he's had for his early pressure. And now he falls behind pretty far on eco, has to get Sandskimmer armor 1 he feels as well. But I've just teched armor 2, I mean if he matches me there, ref mode is going to be catastrophically late. He does have 2 PC though, so looks like he was fleet capped, but he can, and so am I, to be honest. But he can outproduce on this front line here, but again, I do have another PC done. It looks like I'm actually just going to move to a very, very aggressive 3-base timing. This is a touch awkward here. Gonna have to turn off the controller to get these salvagers to go back where they should be. These 2 BDs though are really the key. I think he probably could have, like, in this window, I am doing a bit of scouting, but I mean, if I told you I had good information on what he was doing, I'm really kind of lying to you, because I can't see, I'm waiting, right? Those 2 BDs could have come through and found a window to attack. The reason he doesn't is because he's sure there's a scout somewhere. He doesn't feel like he can get in. And there is one, but I mean, like I said, he probably would be able to get... Oh gosh. Pro micro from Bozo, as of course you always expect to see. I have no rating either, so I can't really chase these guys down. Yeah, you know, it happens. Even Serum is very unimpressed. I've got an idol here on my 2nd base too, so Bozo getting a bit flustered, I suppose, but I am on 3 base and he's on 1. Here come the BDs then. He does feel the obligation to push then. Do I see this? I do. So gonna bring that skim down, but I'm gonna have to deal with it somehow with like units that I build at home, because these BDs are gonna be here before any unit of mine can catch them. And it looks like I'm sort of backing away with the skimmer blob as well. Obviously these are not to catch the BD, there's no way that they can. Here they are. He wants to hit the main base, that's the one with the most workers on it. I suppose that makes a lot of sense. Oh, and I'm not splitting really. Pretty decent hit there, managed to get 2 CU miners. Salvager maybe could have actually been finished off by this. Oh! Pro micro, as always, by Bozo, right? Yes. Oh, my audio. Alright, sorry for the delay. We are back. So it looks like, I mean, the thing is, you know, yeah, he gets this pretty good hit here on the BDs, but, like, he's still on 1 base himself, so it's a long way to go to catch up here, right? He's not gonna be out of the woods just for that. I do have Rail Armor 2 coming out as well here, so it looks like we're looking at a late game of upgraded rails and skims. Kind of tried and tested. The only thing I need to worry about is anti-air. Ref mode just now finishing for NoFun at almost the 10-minute mark. It's well, it's like 8:10, so it's not that far down, but still, it's a very, very late ref mode timing. He's just now getting up onto 2 base, but just as soon as he gets there, these 4 assault rails really make this trade very difficult for the skims of NoFun. And again, I have the spear upgrades too, I think. We've got armor 2, he's got armor 1. Yeah, he does have rating on me, to be fair, but honor guards on the queue for me now as well. Obviously, honor guards are pretty tasty. You know why I'm getting that unit. Fleet cap going up. Pretty nice hit there on the skims, actually. He's going to use that to try and start an engage here. Actually, this looks surprisingly good. He's got a really big skim lead of about, like, 5 or 6. Thing is, Rail Armor 3 is done, so these things aren't going to die very fast. But if he just clears out the Sand Skimmers first, I mean, theoretically, he can kill them all. Assault Rail is very good against Sand Skimmers if they're far away, but when they get up close, because of the way that they have to spin and turn around, you know, it's very difficult for them. But it looks like the upgrade lead is just a little bit too oppressive here. He's not able to really get that good of a trade, all things considered. Honor Guard Fab done for me. Yes, they are, man. I mean, seriously, it's like, it's not what I think of DOK for. Like, when I think of, oh, the homeworld game that just looks good, that's kind of its purpose to be there, is like, It's definitely Homeworld Remastered, right? Super good looking game, yeah. But DOK is not like DOK is not ugly by any stretch of the imagination. You're right, the physics are a little janky, that's true. Oh shoot, there was a BD, I didn't even see that. But again, see what I mean about getting armor upgrades on your strike craft? It really makes a big difference there. Yeah, DOK is really just a beautiful game as well. A-game, that's some prime heresy on this channel. Honor Guard tech is done, but it looks like I'm gonna build a base runner first. And Honor Guard anti-air already teching for me. You know I love that upgrade. Although my carrier is woefully stuck here, but... Well, in DOK, even close up, it looks pretty good. Oh yeah, A-game was asking about the arms. Doesn't it look like arms, man? You know? Like it kind of hook over, like you're grabbing something. I feel like it looks like arms, you know? Oh well, we won't get back into that topic. That's maybe something to put to bed forever, right? Soul Chip Tech coming out for NoFun now, by the way. He's flexing. Yeah, you're right. Look at me. Well, I did build that base runner, like I said. I want to get that artifact out. Obviously, the production line on the carrier is going to be clogged with building honor guards, so that's why I do this. I want to get something for my field control, even if my push ends up failing. So, getting this is some really nice insurance. Tiny little backstab from NoFun here. I like this move quite a bit, bringing the skimmers over. Rating is done for me, but it looks like I'm not going to get the damage ups because my idea is, well, the damage comes from the honor guards, not really from the skims. So I don't really need that. Soul Chip Fab just now finishing for NoFun. I haven't seen his carrier in a bit, so he could have air, but I do have honor guard anti-air. I'm not going to get too punished for not having, you know, missile ships or anything like that. This base runner is still pretty safe, but he does see the honor guard, so he knows the tech choice, and it is, excuse me, it is Interceptor Fab coming out for him now. Now, speaking of freaking good-looking units, oh man. Hey, he has arms too. It's really only like the Galzian carrier that doesn't actually. Like, you'll notice most Galzian units just look that way. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a hit. It's so annoying to play against Con F sometimes, man. Because, like, the thing is, I'm very ahead this game, but, like, his engage will always start with a missile. If he gets a hit like that on those skims, he can just jump in, right? So... And Serum, I freaking agree. Oh... DOK is just such a good game, man. I mean, it's criminal how few people play this game. Dang, look at the prediction there. Very nicely done by NoFun. Excellent shot. Carrier's in the hood now, although, you know, I can throw carriers. I've done that before. I don't have much power at all, so this is really pretty risky, actually. I ought to just hold it, like, here and then bring the honor guards up, but... Do I have heavy railguns now? No. But I mean, I don't think I really need them. Assaults are really, really good here. And my skimmer blob is massive too, that's gotta be said. Carrier showing up here in a bit of an awkward position, like I said, but I'm about to get like 2 artifacts and I have power 2 finishing, so maybe this is not so bad, but I do really feel like this is a bit of a throw for me though. Kind of carrier, gonna start working on the health bars then, just firing some missiles over. I'm not too worried though, because it's gonna take a while for him to that's definitely a Bozocow, yep. It's gonna take a while for him to really work down the HP bars, so I mean, but like, say NoFun had like power 4 right now, I might actually die for this, so. Yeah, it's a pretty typical Bozo move. Honor guards are here though, interceptors are gonna launch, but I do have the anti-air, so a bit overkill, I turn it on both of them, so these interceptors gonna feel a tad persecuted. Down they go. He may actually kill an honor guard though with these missiles. Well, it doesn't get any kills there. Just gonna have to back away, I am. And now it looks he seems to want to try and make some kind of a counterattack on the other side, but even if I know that this is happening, I'm not gonna do anything about it, because to me, like, base trading in this scenario clearly favors myself. So it's not really a hard choice, you know, do I deal with this or not? Well, I think they do, but it's like, it's anti-air or something. I mean, even the assault cruiser uses it for anti-air, right? It looks to me like it's the same missile. Actually, looks like I am going to go back and respond to this, so tell a lie. I'm going to try and deal with what he's doing back on my backline here. But I am going to be able to wipe his eco for sure here, right? I mean, this is 3 honor guards, pretty beefy. Like I always say, they're not really designed for killing carriers, but they'll sure do it, you know. They're not too bad at that role. And I have power 4 on the way, so I'm obviously definitely winning in the power war. And in terms of artifact extraction victory, I probably would win that one as well. A lot of salvagers going to go down though, so NoFun does get some damage with these skims here, but I am able to just kind of respond with my own army. Air launching again, but I can just turn on the anti-air on like 2 or 3 of these guys. 2 or 3 are relevant. 1 or 2 of these guys. And that should ward them off. Honor Guard anti-air is really, really potent, so you've got to, you know, you've got to back away. And yeah, he seems to agree, this ain't going nowhere, so he chooses to surrender. And that will be the series going to me 2-0. Easy, easy. Although I will say, I went 6-0 in the group stage. Not bad, eh? It's funny, like, A-Game goes undefeated in the last tournament, right? And then A-Game doesn't join this tournament, and then I go undefeated so far, but... that tells you pretty well what the standings are between me and I. Well, let's move on to the next one, shall we?